have the book Chooch Helped by Andrea Rogers, and I'm going to show you exactly what questions to ask your kid while you read this book so that you get the most out of reading comprehension. The themes developed in this book are sibling dynamics and growth, cultural preservation and heritage, patience and empathy, generational learning, forgiveness, mentoring, and sibling love. This book has a lot of Cherokee words in it. So when they talk about cultural heritage and preservation, that cultural they're talking about is Cherokee. Okay, it's notable here, the word for boy or son in Cherokee is a Choocha, so that's where the nickname Chooch comes from. All right, central idea. What problem is Sissy facing? What is getting in her way? All right, so sibling dynamics are getting in her way. She is upset and she's noticing that her little brother Chooch always gets away with things. And she's like, that's not fair. I don't get it. You say he's helping. We all know that he is not helping. He is just running around like a 2-year-old. And the excuse people make is that he is being Usti, which means small baby. Let him help. So the problem Sissy's facing and what is getting in her way is like she recognizes this unfair dynamic that exists between the siblings. Her younger sibling is getting away with everything. People are saying, oh, let him help. He's just being a baby. Like, that is fine. That is what we expect from him. But from her point of view, she sees it as he is getting away with things that she would not get away with. And she sees that sibling dynamic as unfair. Okay, and there's lots of pages where Chooch, quote unquote, helps. And a lot of these things that they illustrate are like parts of the cultural heritage, like they're making moccasins, playing guitar. So like this is where a lot of the cultural heritage stuff comes in, making grape dumplings, fishing crawdads. So a lot of this stuff is where the cultural heritage is showing up because these are things that a Cherokee household would be doing. Next question, key details. What information does the author show us about Chooch helping? Okay, this is the cultural perspective coming in. So Chooch helps fix the bike, he helps get the crawdads, he helps with the painting, he helps sew some moccasins. These are all cultural preservation activities. But of course, is he helping? No, he is not helping at all. But so through showing us these activities that Chooch quote unquote helped with, the author is showing us that these are the activities that preserve the cultural heritage. The sewing moccasins, the painting, the fishing for crawdads, the fixing the bike. Here, they're planting a garden. Okay, so it's through these activities that we're getting the theme of cultural preservation coming in. There's also a lot of Cherokee language sprinkled throughout. So that is our cultural heritage stuff. All right, next question. Sissy is making a clay pot. Chooch is helping. You can imagine it is not going to go well. She is going to yell at him. She's going to get upset at him. And then her parents are going to get upset at her. Next question, character development. How does Sissy react to Chooch messing up her clay pot? And then her parents yelling at her for yelling. Okay, so there's a couple events here. Sissy's making a clay pot, another piece of cultural heritage being preserved, and Chooch, as he does, helps. Of course, he doesn't help at all. He actually wrecks her clay pot. She yells at him because he wrecked her clay pot. And then her parents yell at her for yelling at him. Okay, so you can see that the sibling dynamics is like all falling apart here because she is getting in trouble for something that he did. She's getting in trouble. Her parents are saying don't yell at him, and yet they are yelling at her. So like she's seeing this as like, this is completely unfair. Like he did something wrong. I yelled at him. You yell at me to tell me that I shouldn't yell at him. She's like stuck in this hypocritical, like, space of unfairness. And this is going to get to our theme of empathy and patience and perspective, because she doesn't understand that he's a baby and like he gets a pass on these things, and that she has a special role that she needs to fulfill with him as his older sister. And that is what we're going to get into. But this is like the breaking point, because she's dealing with a lot of what she perceives as unfairness and hypocrisy. She yelled at her brother, and then her parents yelled at her. They said, don't yell at your brother, and yet they're being hypocritical because they yelled at her to not yell at her brother. And she's getting in trouble first. She's like, I didn't even do anything wrong, and why am I getting in trouble? He's the one who broke the clay pot. So she's in this mess of needing to have empathy, needing to have patience, and needing to understand the role that she has as a mentor for her brother, and like what kind of love she needs to have for her brother. So we're getting to those themes. Okay, she starts to feel better. Chooch helped. So when she's crying and upset about everything that happened, little Chooch comes in and comforts her, which is ironic because he's the one who caused all of these problems, but he's a baby. Like, that's what, kids are gonna, like, that's what a 2-year-old's gonna do. Next question, character relationship. How do Sissy's mom and Chooch make things better for her? Okay, so the parents come in and apologize. They say, we're sorry we yelled. We shouldn't have yelled. So they forgive her. Like, they're adults. They know where she's coming from. They forgive her. They have patience for her. And they're going to they're going to show her, like, look, this is what we want from you. Like, this is the role that you need to have with your brother as a mentor. And like, this is just what sibling love means. Over here, they show her that she messed up their floors when she was a baby. Next question, character development. What was the turning point for Sissy when she understood something new? So her mother shows her under the rug some footprints that belonged to Sissy. So Sissy messed up the floor with paint when she was a baby, and they have to cover up her footprints with a rug, right? Something that a parent would like clearly be upset about. You got paint on our floor, and now we have to cover it up. But this goes with empathy and mentoring and understanding. So her mom says, like, look, you did this when you were a baby, and we understood we didn't get mad at you because we knew you were a kid, and we forgave you for this. We understood that you were just a baby, and we forgave you for it. So now Sissy starts to see, like, okay, this is the exact same thing happening between me and Chooch. Like, I need to become a mentor. I need to forgive him. I need to have empathy and understand, like, his role as a baby and my role as an older sibling. They work together to make a pot. So now Sissy has this great new understanding of herself as a big sister. Next question, interpret words and phrases. Do any words or phrases repeat? Why might the author have done this? So the phrase helped is repeated quite a lot because now it has a complete different meaning. Throughout the book, we've repeated the phrase Chooch helped to mean like he helped. He didn't really help. He was there. He messed things up. He was playing. He didn't really help. He helped the way a 2-year-old would help. But now when the word help is used, it's used in a sincere, actual helping way. So now when she says he helped or I helped, it's no longer sarcastic. It is now sincere, like she is now helping. So it's important to see how the meaning of the word help changed. It used to be kind of sarcastic, not serious, kind of euphemistic, but now the word helped is sincere. Last question, central idea. What lesson does the author want the reader to take away? So The author wants the reader to understand basically the same lessons that Sissy learned, that sibling dynamics are unique and that you grow into them. Older siblings need to have patience and empathy for younger siblings. Older siblings need to understand their role as a mentor for the younger sibling, which requires patience and understanding. And like, this is just how love between siblings works. Also, we have generational learning, because this also goes to the theme of cultural preservation, because Chooch was helping all of the, like his aunt, his uncle, their friend, do all of these culturally relevant activities. Patience, empathy, cultural preservation, and growth, the sibling dynamics. I think that kind of covers it. So this is a really wonderful book to explain sibling dynamics, and it has the bonus cultural and heritage aspect of the fact that it is from the point of view of a Cherokee family. So that is Chooch Helped.